Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshashvati Bhakti-Shatari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are in the second canto, second chapter and 31st shloka. Tenatmanatmanam upayati shantam anandamayo avasane etam gatim bhagavatim gato yaha savai punarneha visharjate anga. Only the purified soul can attain the perfection of ascending with the personality of Godhead in complete bliss and satisfaction in its constituted state. Whoever is able to renovate such devotional perfection is never again attracted by this material world and he never returns. Now this shloka in summary tells the mission of Krishna consciousness. In the spiritual world, what we deal with is different from what we deal in the material. In the material world, we are dealing with illusory forms. We are not dealing with real forms. Therefore, it is a kripana, miser. Because actually that opportunity is there. We are dealing with illusory forms and we are dealing with illusory relationships in this world. They look real, but they are not real. In a spiritual world, we deal with real form and real relationships. Therefore, it is so blissful. And who likes to? Suppose somebody says, I will give you a body which is eternal, full of bliss and happiness. Who will not have it? Anybody will say, I will not have it. If I can have that body, please. What body I am having now is so. Therefore, he is called miser, kripana, because he is satisfied with the illusory form, and on top of it is satisfied with illusory. In the illusory forms that we have in this world, at least the relationship it is real, no? That is also illusion. There is no meaning in the relationship. Just looks like that. It looks like that. It looks, yeah, he is my brother, he is my friend, he is my father. It's all illusion here. There is no real relationship. But in spiritual world, forms are real. The whole world is real. Everything is real. Whatever you see is fact. Correct? And the relationships are also real. So somebody who is intelligent, if the bargain is given, choice is given. You are said you want to buy some medicine and the doctor says, they have this medicine, but I have a duplicate also. And when you have the audition, why I want the duplicate? Like one famous idiot is there. He says he is Rama and Krishna together. Rama Krishna. Guru of Samananda. So Prabhupada retorted, what is this nonsense? When I have real Rama Krishna, why do I go for duplicate? Correct? When real is available, why go for duplicate? What is the need? So many people today the age of, in this illusory world, they create illusory gods also. At least, that's why it's called Sanatana Dharma. We go back to kingdom of God, a real personality of God. Real leader is there. Everything is real in the spiritual world. But today we are such foolish in the material world. Forms are illusory, relationships are illusory, even gods are illusory. We create some nonsense gods which actually are not gods. In Bhagavad Gita also today we will do the 7th chapter. Krishna says, he talks about the 4 kind of people who never surrender to me and then 4 kind of people who surrender. Then Krishna says, Ye Ama, the degree you surrender I will reciprocate. And then he says, but the people they avoid. They run to the Devatas. And then whatever they get is temporary. The benefit is temporary. When you go to the illusory god, the Devatas are also illusory gods only in one sense. They are not real gods. So now whatever benefit they give, that is also illusion. You don't get a permanent benefit. You get something temporary benefit and they are very satisfied. That's not real benefit. No Devata can give you any real benefit. Correct? They cannot give you real benefit. Huh? They themselves are temporary. Prabhupada said they are temporary, and their benediction is also temporary. And everything is temporary. And their bhakta is also temporary. They can't give real benefit. Okay? So therefore, a devotee, when he becomes intelligent, he can understand. But when the heart is not pure, it is difficult. See what happens? It's very natural. When our heart is desiring all these things, and it is somebody who is very rich, we become his fan actually. We start worshipping him. It's quite natural. When the heart is pure, that's what said when a person has got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, what happens? Brahma Rudadri, Kitayate. Even Brahma and Rudra, averse to the service. We get a post equivalent to Brahma and Rudra. But it is not in line of service to Krishna. It is averse to the service of Krishna. Such a big post, if he gets, he considered that person with that post to be like an insect. Even though materially it may be. So till our heart has even the slightest of desire, naturally we start thinking there is something special about this man. Yeah? When you see somebody very rich, you think, very special about him, really blessed person. But if you are in Krishna consciousness, you know what is all this nonsense. You don't even give him respect more than an insect. Okay? We give some insect comes to this room, flying nicely, making sound. In one sense, he is also blessed. He is flying very nicely. I can't do that. That kind of blessing rich man also has. He is also blessed. He can have some money, like he can have some wings. But finally, because it is not at all, this person is not at all inclined to do devotional service to the Lord, what do we take him? Like an insect. Externally, we may do Vivarika level in this world, just like you see some politician, very powerful today. In a discretion, he can give 500 crores. Now everybody is asking, give us, after election, give us 200 crores, 500 crores. Different communities are demanding, and they keep giving also. They don't give us. We can ask them for nobody. So, point is, So in this illusory world, therefore, only a devotee is able to understand the reality. And therefore Prabhupada said that real Shanti and real satisfaction comes in the real world. Common sense it is. See, point is this, joke is this. This world is illusory, we all know. Little common sense we can know. It's a temporary. Correct? Illusory, it is in that sense. It is not an illusion that the seed doesn't exist. It exists, but it is temporary. My body exists, but it is temporary. But it is appearing to be what it is not. It looks like my body, it is not my body actually. It is a packet which I am holding around myself. Understood. Then second thing I understand, also I explained that forms are illusory in the sense if you open the skin, just one, somebody gave a photograph in the net of a hand where the skin is removed because of whatever reason, operation. You can't look at that also. I don't know how doctors are trained. But generally, we see a hand of a beautiful girl, we become enchanted. But just see the hand of the person where the skin has been removed. You can't look at that. So we know it is illusory, this form. It looks to be what it is not. Therefore we get a shock because we think it is a eternal form of the spiritual world which we are used to see. Okay? I gave this example so many times. You open see the bones, so many things. We know therefore these things don't exist in this my eternal form which I am imagining this to be. Then first thing, this whole world I see, this is also illusion. In the sense, it's temporary. It looks to be what it is not. That is another issue. My panchendriyas are interacting with 5 tanmatra, or you say 5 sense objects, and some interaction is happening and some experience is happening. What actually it is, I don't know. That is prakriti, which I don't know. Matter what I am seeing is different. What actually original prakriti is playing with me, I don't know. That's one subject. Now next level it is that I have developed some relationships in this world with different people. With my body anyway it was wrong. Even with the people, that relationship I am having, that is also false. It is no real relationship exists in this world. Correct? I may have a friend, he is not a friend actually. He is interested in his own interest. But so-called I get, just like you have suppose a servant with you. You have a car driver with you. You are feeling, nice, I have a car. You don't give him salary next month, he will go. He is showing some devotion to you, but he is showing, it's an illusory devotion. It is contaminated devotion. I am not saying some servitude may not be there, something may be there, but it is all contaminated by personal desires. True? It is true or not? Sometimes he will be feeling, if I can sit at the back, this fellow can drive, how nice it will be. In dreams, they think like that. Everybody wants, correct? You go to principal's office to get a signature. We also think, I will be sitting in principal's office, I will just put his signature. I also used to think, even in the temple, when I joined long time ago, when the day will come, I will be sitting and simply signing. Because I used to see President Master all day sitting and signature. When I will be sitting and simply signing. All this kind of thing, desires we have, this is material world. But the joke is this: illusory form, illusory relationship. When you deal with illusory form, you are dealing with illusory relationship. Why do we expect real happiness and real peace then? How do you expect? You are an idiot or what? When you settle for an illusory form, when you settle for an illusory relationship, in an illusory world, don't expect any happiness and peace. That will also come illusory. But we want real happiness, we want real peace. That we want. True or not? We want real happiness. We want real peace. So you cannot deal with the illusory thing then. You have to deal with the real things. You can develop a nice example. So many nice examples can you develop. It's like you got sick. You want to go to medicine. You get duplicate medicine. You go to some quack doctor and he recommends some duplicate, some nonsense medicine. You take the nonsense medicine from a nonsense doctor. So don't expect to get cured also. That will also be duplicate one. When you have a nonsense doctor, you have nonsense medicine. Cure will also be nonsense, no? Correct? You want to learn medicine, you go to some unregistered place, which already, Medical Council of India, they sometimes deregister and they warn on the net. Once they did for KMC also. Don't take admission here, they did that. So they do some campaign, correct? Medical Council has warned, it is unregistered. Still you go to duplicate college. Teachers come there all unqualified. How do you expect them to get a real degree from a nonsense college and nonsense teacher? How do you expect? Be ready for a nonsense degree also, which will not be recognized anywhere. Correct? So this, here Krishna is catching us. Because we are somehow, so many people, they come to us, which we call as materialist. Materialist means they are grahavatars. They have a determination, I will be happy only in this world. This world is real. If your world is real, and if your relationship is real, our idea to them, to wake them up, why your happiness is wrong? If my college was genuine, if the teachers were qualified, why my degree is unrecognized? Why I am not getting job after that? Correct? If my doctor was genuine and the medicine was genuine, why I am not getting cured? Correct? So here they can see by the phalena parichati. They say everything should be known by the result. Phalena parichati. If this world was real, if the relationships are real, why I am not getting real happiness? So materialist actually at this point can start thinking, what is wrong with it? What is wrong with it? Therefore in America they were shocked. I was seeing, I got recently you can videos 120 GB. You can also take. Oh wow! See the devotees. I was seeing yesterday, London Rath Yatra. The devotees build the whole Ratha. We cannot see even an employee. The devotees personally build the whole Ratha, and they are so blissful bringing it to the main place. And then the festival is happening. That festival, Prabhupadas are there. But you see them, how happy they are. They are dancing. Even the girls were dancing more than the men we dance in India. So much They're like exploding with happiness. And when people see that result, they think, I thought I am living in real world, in real relationships, but actually I have no happiness. Something is wrong, they notice that. Something is wrong, correct? You went to a doctor, you got the medicine, but you're not getting cured. You start doubting the whole thing, correct? So people are actually in trouble. But here they see devotees so happy. So immediately they also become interested. They also become interested. Now what is this? What do you people are doing? What is it? That's amazing actually. And therefore the kind of energy Prabhupada says in the material world, people take certain job. We are all doing. Everybody has to do this. The reality of this world. Something we have to do for our maintenance. And when we are doing that, when we are doing some job for our maintenance, we see that we are always tired of that. We are feeling when the day will come, I can stop all this. Yeah, that's always there. Either we are as a student or we are working, we are waiting for the day when we can stop this. In the spiritual world, where it is a real world, with real relationships, so you can see the result, no? In illusory duties, in the illusory world, make us frustrated. And this is a fact. Any office, the employee is waiting to get out. You make 5 o'clock, 4:50, 4:45, 4:30, they are looking at the watch constantly when they can get out. Correct? We are in the class, actually the last class, we keep watching in the time. Mobile they don't like allow us to see, but time we keep watching. Day is over. But the spiritual world, which is a real world, with a real relationship and real duties. Duties they want, pure devotion. What happens there? Prabhupada says, their energy to serve Krishna is unlimited. Their enthusiasm to serve Krishna is unlimited. It is not Yashoda mother is thinking, oh, how many days I have to give him milk? Today I will have a holiday. So therefore, actually devotion, happiness, bliss, everything comes in this Krishna consciousness. And in the purport, Prabhupada has spent some time, I'll just see that I don't miss. First thing Prabhupada explains is that, sometimes any purport, any time opportunity comes, immediately first thing Prabhupada does, he doesn't miss any opportunity to ban the impersonalist. Sometimes you become worried whether it's too much, is it overdoing, always you see that. But the point is the whole world is impersonalist all, To whom is he talking? He's talking to the world. He said these books be distributed in mass, correct? It's not only for the temple devotees, these books for the whole world mass. So they're all impersonalists. Mostly they're atheists, and if they have any idea of spiritualism, it is atheism, it is impersonalism. Therefore, it's not over, just like in Bhagavad Gita, the second chapter, how many times Krishna says, we are not body, we are soul? In dozens of times he says, correct? He says the soul is eternal, soul is eternal, soul is eternal body. It's like Ajo, Nitya, Shashvata, Ayam, Purana, Na Anyate, Anyamane Sharir. This shloka itself, some 6-7 times they said soul is eternal. Aja means eternal, Nitya means eternal, Shashvata means eternal, Ajo, Nitya, Purana means eternal. Na hanyate hanyamane again eternal. 5 times he has told in one shloka. Like that if you calculate, you can wonder why repetition is going on here. Is it some redundancy? He's hammering again on the head. Sometimes we do that. Say somebody is not studying at home. Padho bhai. In a day we would have told him 50 times. Because we were hammering something to in his head that he has to do something. The same way Krishna is hammering, and same way Prabhupada knows his audience, how much I tell them that impersonal is wrong, doesn't go to this, he's stuck to the rut. He will not come out of the rut. How much from so many angles we can explain to him. So Prabhupada never misses an opportunity. And here he takes about a fantastic example. I recently came to know, I didn't know about that, Prabhupada knows about it. Some fishes, after they go, they are born in some, say, lakes or the rivers. And they go to the ocean. When they go to the ocean, when they want to give children's, they come back all the way, jumping the waterfalls, rivers, which looks like madness. You know that? You know about these fishes? You heard about that? They come back to their birthplace to again give children there, because the children can only be born in that condition, where, clean lake and ocean. Huh? You have seen that? But it is very difficult to do that. Going reverse is not easy. A lot of energy has to be put, because the water is always flowing down. Correct? And the fish has to come and even jumps. You know that small waterfalls are there. You cannot jump a 20-foot waterfall, but small water jumps back, struggles and comes back to the place of its birth, which is unimaginable. Prabhupada knows about this, mentioning in the book. He says, I came to know about it recently because somebody put it up with a question. How can the fish know about this, please? Please tell us. How the fish should have figured it out by your so-called nonsense evolution theory. That I have to go back and give children the book. How the fish should figure it out here. They say, it happened all by accident. How can by accident fish figure it out and I have to go there and put it? Actually, if it gives it the ocean, it will not work out. Whatever the kind of situation it has, the children will not evolve. But how it has that? Who has that has been taught, the knowledge has been given. Yeah? They say by instinct. Instinct is nonsense. It doesn't have any meaning actually. It doesn't have any meaning. Either it is past experience or Paramatma is dictating. There is only two ways. Just like I explained this previously. You come to the temple. Okay? Now suppose you want to go to the bathroom. You know where it is. Why? You previously come here and you know where it is. Okay? Or you want to wash your hand. You know where it is. You want to drink water now. You know where the water will be. Why? Either you have previously come and seen that, or Lord has dictated in your heart. Go there. Sometimes it happens at home, you get a sweet, you keep it in a particular hidden place, and you see after some time, after half an hour, 1 billion ants over there. Correct? Now, either the ant knew their food is there, sometimes they know they keep searching in the same table or same place, or Paramatma dictates to the ant. Ant is hungry. Go there. Gets an intuition. Let me go there. Okay? So, instinct doesn't mean anything. It has no meaning. Scientifically, it's not a valid argument. Instinct. Correct? It doesn't have any meaning. Nothing. It's just a joke actually. So, the fish cannot by instinct to know, I have to go out. Either it has a previous experience, previous lifetime. Previous experience means mother cannot teach. They don't have a developed system of education. Fish mother is telling, beta, now time for you to get a child, go back. They don't have. We don't have any experience of such a thing. What they come to know from? Either previous life, it has done it. Just like a child is born also, it goes to the mother, rest. Not only in human species, all the species. Calf is born, runs to the mother. Not that somebody takes and puts it. Correct? It will go. One day. How does he know his food is lying there and he has to suck? How does he know that? Either previous life he has done it, or Lord inspires nah. That is illusory word, illusory relation, and illusory knowledge. It is called instinct. Illusory knowledge is science. Sometimes devotees talk to Prabhupada. They talk to Prabhupada used to very expertly make them take role of an atheist. And that was very nice for them actually. Prabhupada many times used to laugh. He used to say, all of you are atheists actually. Actually it is true. We also have still a lot of atheism in our system. So Prabhupada used to pull it out. He said, you be atheist and I will keep count. Don't feel any shy to speak. So Prabhupada, we need science. Without science, what we can do? Prabhupada, what do you need science for? He'll start now. What do you need for? On another angle I'll tell you. You need rain. You need rain. This rain, monsoon. Correct? Actually, man lives on natural products. These products are extras. They are not there, it's not very important. Actually, we are wasting our time. Prabhupada reached England. I was seeing that video yesterday. So the reporters caught him on the airport. The Prabhupada, now the man going on moon, what is your comment on that? Prabhupada said, you want me to flatter you or tell the truth? Please tell the truth. Prabhupada said, it's a waste of time and money. Straight. Waste of time and money. That's how everything has to be frank. So in the same way, this Krishna conscious movement that Shiva Prabhupada has given us, it is taking us to the real world. It's taking us to the real world. And we are having some problem here actually, but you should understand we are depending on the natural products given by the Lord. Yes, what has been given, easily available. It's not that Krishna is expected, because you see now, coming to the science of Krishna consciousness, this world has been created for us to go back to the kingdom of God. Okay? Become trained, become nice devotees, go back to kingdom of God. Definitely Krishna is not expecting us to spend a lot of time just in our maintenance. Then where is the time for going back to God? So Krishna makes arrangement for your food. The grains, we are not designed. Nowadays they are designing, and very luckily in Europe it has been banned. All these GM crops have been banned in Europe. Big decision was waiting and they decided no, we can't take risk with this, altered cheese. That because God has given. Again they may say, they may modify, but the point is you are wasting your time. So much time is going unnecessarily. And we don't know what's the effect of this. Tomorrow we don't know what's the effect. We can't take a risk. Europe is banned. And India is still take a lot of time. And then what happens is that sometimes the one seed or plant of this, they introduce a gene in this thing, and sometimes it is so nonsense. They put one. It's just a permutation combination. They put one gene from a pig in a wheat. Something they do, and the plant becomes fat or something. And then this is one part of it. And we don't know what effect it will have on our system. One thing we're thinking we are eating vegetarian, we don't know what we are eating. Second part is that some of this, because cross-pollination occurs on the other crops also, which are natural crops. So then the crops that a farmer gets on the nearby field, he is not intentionally mixed with the, his patented, because these genes are patented seeds. His crop also comes like that. The company vigorously sues anybody using, you can't store those. Sometimes they put termination genes also. You know that? The plant will not give seeds, or the seeds will not be useful. So you have to go back to them and buy. And sometimes they don't do that. If somebody has somehow multiplied, they sue him. And the suing is dirty. It means it's cruel. So therefore actually what people are used to simple natural system. There is no need to do all this. I'm not saying that your intention is wrong, or you're not casting in that way. You may say our intention was to build within the plant itself resistant to so many things, correct? BT, cotton, so many things they have developed. But I'm saying, the point is this: let us be satisfied with the natural produce of the Lord, what His Lord has given. Live a simple life and don't forget the real mission. And for that, you see, every living entity has to undergo, we have discussed a million times, some experiential learning. For that, whatever he needs, because he also spiritually develops gradually. Animal also develops spiritually gradually. Correct? His development is by the experience is undergoing. And his maintenance is given by the Lord. Some simple maintenance is given. He doesn't have to go to factory for that. So similarly, in human form of life, where such an opportunity is there to go back to Godhead, our maintenance should be just a matter of minutes. So that the whole consciousness can be focused on spiritual work. Correct? You see the Nanda Maharaj was not working hard 20 hours. They had enough time. Nowadays in the illusory world, illusory relationships, even time is not there. Previously at least, husband, wife will sit and talk for some time. Now so much tension in the Ugra Karma world. Even in the illusory relationships of the illusory world, at least something you are getting, no? That is also not there. Nobody has time to peacefully talk to each other. Everybody is in so much tension. Correct? Running. Nobody has time also. Peacefully sit down. Correct? We see in Krishna is doing so many naughty things. Mother Yashoda is at home. She is not working. And she is so peaceful. Correct? Every day they bring a complaint. Peacefully she is laughing. Even that they cannot enjoy. What they get is the reflection of that. That also they don't have time to do. Let's come to that condition. So the fish thing is very interesting. The fish is the same way why Prabhupada is using this example is saying this just like a fish. Even though it's born in a crystal clear pond, finally it goes down to the ocean. But then when it has to lay eggs, it has to come back all the way. Similarly, the impersonal state, Avyaktam Bhakti Mahapannam, these people, what happens to them? Klesha Adhikarastesham. So much kashta, their lives to achieve. And they have to come back. Even after great effort, they achieve merging into Brahman or merging into the body of the Lord. Yogis merge into the body of the Lord. Brahmavadis merge into the Brahman effulgence. Or sometimes it Virija river, whatever. You have to come back. You cannot stay. Just like this fish. Example. Even though it has to come back from the ocean. Because in search of its, then it becomes, for activities it has to come back. So the impersonalists have no privilege to enter into Vaikuntha planet because they are not cultivated devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. So this is one part of this. And then the highest perfection of life, therefore, is to attain his association and nothing else. That's what devotee is hankering for. Sometimes what happens in the material world because of different situations, we are placed in a different. Some people are placed, everybody is placed in a different situation. Correct? Sometimes we start comparing. I am in this condition, he is in that condition, he is in that condition. Forget all this nonsense here. Forget, think about where you have to go. You don't start comparing the illusory things I am having with me. What is the use of comparing? Just like we used to play some game, when we were small children, with we have that duplicate currency in it. We have what we used to call, something we used to call it. The one coin represents 5,000 rupees, another dice is there, 10,000. We keep buying, selling things in it, keep moving. Some game we used to play, all friends together. You remember that game? Some games used to be there. Children play that game. They have some coins or some paper. Actually, it has no meaning. It says $10,000. It is not even worth 1 paisa. It's useless. Now, suppose somebody has got in that, he has become crorepati, becoming envious of him. Are you mad or what? True? What is this nonsense? He has become a crorepati. Why are you feeling anything? It's just nonsense paper he is holding in his hand, some coins, nothing in it. It's just a children's game. So similarly, in this world, somebody has become very rich, very opulent, and you are feeling, Arey Baba, I wish I was like that. The idiot, it is as nonsense as the children playing that nonsense game. And somebody is feeling he has become crorepati and is not getting sleep. Some people not get sleep. Not get sleep. And you think only thing I have to achieve is Krishna's association. That's all I have to achieve. I don't have to achieve anything else. That's all I have to achieve. Correct? What is nonsense? If somebody is holding this and they don't get sleep, he has become, whatever a desire, aspiration, as much you need, more than that Krishna gives. He is the Supreme Father. Nobody is starving. As much you need, more than that Krishna is giving you. Everybody should be peaceful and satisfied. Even now. Correct? But what we do is that we compare in this nonsense game, he has 1 crore, I have 10 rupees of it. And this has no value. For going back to Godhead, this currency you have is of no value. Even your punya, papa is of no value in this world. You need another currency for that. What is the currency? Akarma. This karma, vikarma. Karma means punya activities, pious activities. Correct? And vikarma means sinful activities. Actually, they are the currencies of living in this world. But the money that you have is a reflection of that. Perverted reflection of that. When somebody's punya is there, things start happening, put. Just like somebody, where in Tamil Nadu, he made some song, some 2-minute song, and he became crorepati. Billions of hits. You must some time ago, 3-4 months ago, meaningless song, bad English. Everybody, some million, all newspapers are. Not only that, IIM college, one of them Bangalore or somebody said, no, they put it in the course. You have to study how it became so popular. Imagine, bad English, no meaning, but what is the reason you can say? One currency you will have, punya. Some punya previously. Sometimes similarly you see, they hit a ball at the bat and they become, they get 250 crores, 300 crores for advertisement, endorsement. The cricket stars, they get huge. So you may start worrying, but it is some punya actually. Some punya. So this currency, even though this is actually real currency, this punya papa, this currency is nonsense. Even this currency is nonsense. It is exactly like the children's playing a game. It has no meaning. To go back to Krishna, we should not be depressed. Arey, see, sometimes a friend got a job, huge job, I didn't get, and whole life I don't get sleep. And I have to achieve that. We make landmarks. Today I have this, tomorrow I have to have that. Even in service to Krishna, we make, I have this now, and we don't get sleep. Why is it not happening? Why is it not happening? What you deserve, more than that, Krishna has given you. Be peaceful, cultivate pure devotion service, and achieve Krishna's association. In service to Krishna, your attempt itself is purified. Don't bother. Therefore Prabhupada says, devotee is not bothered, success or failure, it is not his concern. It is not his concern. He is trying. If I succeed, suppose some service you want to offer to Krishna, like we want to offer a temple in Bangalore. If you succeed, we'll be very happy. If you don't succeed, still we are very happy. Our happiness is in trying. Actually, we try. If Krishna fulfills it, very nice. If Krishna doesn't want it, whatever you do, it will not happen. There was once Prabhupada was at Mayapur, and devotees were vigorously trying to buy land in Mayapur. And Prabhupada said, money is there, men are there, but land was not coming. Actually, unfortunately, his own God brothers were envious. They were not allowing. They were, because they were all Pathans were there in Mayapur. They had a tremendous influence. They were not encouraging. They were not helping. Forget about helping. They were obstructing. Don't give it to him like that. And Prabhupada said, finally, he got so exasperated. He said, money is there, man is there, land is not coming. If it does not happen, I will think it is a will of my spiritual master that I don't have a place. His sanction is not. He's a Prabhupada. Actually, what happens at the beginning of devotional service, we have focus is Krishna. That's why we get. Next to the devotional service, Guru and Krishna both. Next to the devotional service, he said, I don't know Krishna, I know my spiritual master. Who was the time? In Chaitanya Charitamrita, so many times it happened. He said, I don't know Krishna, I know you. Correct? So similarly, Prabhupada also said once, I don't know Krishna, but I know my spiritual master. Similarly, in our spiritual life also, a stage will come, actually, he is everything for us. Acharya is everything for us. He knows. His devotee is also Prabhupada's Lord. Their meditation of Prabhupada's Lord is there, or Krishna. And their faith is they are not seen. They are not seen. None of us have seen. Because Acharya is seen, we just follow him. Correct? It's not that it's blind. Scripture supported. Purvacharya, great Acharya supported. That's fine. But that's how the spiritual life is developed. So Shanti and Anandam will come. When we all want them, Shanti and Ananda, we should know our only goal. There was one devotee. He said that, that was quite a long time ago. He went to the president and he said, see, I feel so envious of the devotees. So very nicely the president answers it. He says the goal is to see the Lord sitting in the heart. Goal is to associate with Krishna. When you have these goals, this will not come. Because when you forget this goal, then your goals are, I am holding so much currency, he is holding so much currency, I feel envious. Correct? I am playing game, you got 1 crore pati, I am having no money, I lost the game, and then I am feeling sad and I am crying. So we should not forget. Real Shanti and Anandam comes when we are focused on our real goal. That I want to associate with Krishna. A real person in the real world and real relationship with him. correct? Which will give me real satisfaction. So we want Shanti and Anandam, to summarize, but we are illusory body, in illusory relationship, in an illusory world. Then you will not have real Ananda and real Shanti. You will have illusory Ananda and illusory Shanti. And you are not satisfied on top of it. Because soul is real in the heart. Even though everything is illusory in this world, the soul is real. It is seeking the real Ananda. That is what it is seeking. So for that we have to go back to the scripture. And Prabhupada said, yeah, this line we should not forget. One and came the stage of love of God by pure devotion service, or by learned labor of love. I told you the very nice story. There was one devotee in Dudumna. Today he is the sannyasi in Dudumna Maharaj. So what happened once, Prabhupada came to a town. And the baggage was left. There's a bag he carried, the books and all. And he was hiding because he wanted to be reception. I was here in the class. I told you parts of the reception. England, Prabhupada gave amazing answers to the questions of like all the. They said, why you have come to our country? So Prabhupada said, I come to teach you what you have forgotten. And all the devotees, Haribol. Then he said, what is that? A forgotten God. Some of you are saying God is dead. Some of you are saying that there is no God. Let anybody come. I challenge anybody, an atheist to come. I'll convince him God exists. Prabhupada speaks so boldly, telling like that. So they have a huge research, and this is about to happen. They are just Prabhupada is there, everybody is there. Outside, England, Yatra was very successful. A very nice devotee, Yamuna Devi Dasi, Shyamsundar, all the devotees are there. 6 devotees sent up. 3 couples Prabhupada sent to England. Prabhupada, they did what sannyasis could not do. Because Prabhupada's Guru Bhasandra Prabhupada sent his sannyasis disciples by paying money. And they were staying in England by money paid by him. And they came back with 0 success. And here it is, 3 grahasthas had created such a huge preaching in England that in the newspaper it came, Krishna chant startles London. When they used to do kirtan, hundreds of people used to attend because they were really blissful and people were enjoying it. So Prabhupada came there with vigorous preaching, everything going on, a huge reception, and they were expecting George Harrison, Lennon, they may also be there. Huge reception. And here it is at the, when they got on the aircraft, Prabhupada, that suitcase which he used to carry means all Purvacharya's works will be there in that. Many books will be there, Bhagavatam, Gita. Whatever Prabhupada is translating, those books will be there. He has to refer to those books every day in the night. Prabhupada saw that bag is missing. In aircraft, many times people miss a baggage. So he told he can stay. And he was staying. So he felt very bad because he missed the whole reception. He was there inside only there. And finally, after 2 hours, 2.5 hours, they located the bag. Sometimes they lose also. Okay. So he got the bag, and then very heavy bag, and hungry, frustrated, and he came to the temple. And when he came to the temple, it was raining outside. He came there, everybody had already, eaten, and they were sitting with like. So who are you? Said, I came with Prabhupada. Okay, come in. He said, you have anything left for me to eat? Very sorry. Anyway, why you come so late? Such a nice program. How Prabhupada spoke so well. What huge kirtan we had. I said, okay. Is there anything to eat? Can you help me with that? So full here. So he had to drag the bag all the way to the Prabhupada was there. Boom, he explained very nicely. And then finally he brought to the Prabhupada's room and then held on that Prabhupada's lotus step. And then Prabhupada said, so much difficulty in the material world. But when I take you to the spiritual world, everything is so sublime. So this is how the Krishna consciousness is. Learned labor of love. It's not in one day. Just like we have been in a rebel, suppose. Our son has left the house. He has been revolting. Always bad mouthing in the city about the father. Correct? Father still maintains the child. That is not a big deal. Okay? Even now, any father will maintain. Even though son will rebel, is living somewhere, he doesn't stay at home, still father will see to it he doesn't starve. True? This will happen or not? Father will still see my son should not starve. But they feel pain. Why he cannot stay with us? We love him so much. He is so. Now suppose one day the son gives a call, Father, I want to come back. It takes a little time to develop trust that he really wants to come back. Yeah. Same way, and we don't even give a call. We tell somebody that I think I should go back. The father really checks whether he really wants to come. Similarly, our learned labor of love is what to convince Krishna. Krishna, I want to come back, be at your lotus feet, and just serve. And this takes time. I explained many times. We are so much used to our own sense gratification. To transform to a devotee, you always think it's about gratification of Krishna. It takes time. So anything we see to the world, what is in it for me? How I can enjoy. And that is not our constitution position. Our constitution position is whatever we see, we think how to use for Krishna's pleasure. Correct? To change this takes time. It doesn't happen in one day. It takes time. So that is what the process of Krishna consciousness. Immediately when your sincere call is there, Krishna sends a spiritual master, sends a guru, trains you how to live it. You cannot just come to house and be a vagabond now. You are a vagabond on the street. You have all the bad habits. Father is worried you spoil other children's at home. So he will send somebody. Definitely he will not leave you. The moment you said, I given a call, Papa, I want to come back. Yes, better, but all your bad habits now. So somebody said, Guru trains you. Yes, you are going back home, but you have to give up drinking, you have to rehabilitate it now. Once you become fit, then you are allowed to come back. And Krishna, or the father, just like a father will then happily receive the child at the door, happily, correct, when the son is coming back home. Isn't it? After so many, similarly it is said, when you go back to the spiritual world, first person to receive is Krishna. Personally receives you. Not that you go to the spiritual world and searching where is Krishna. No, Krishna is first person to see. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur says he embraces you at that time. And devotes face and love of Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.